What's the minimum you need invested in SCHD to never work again? I crunched the numbers for 3 different lifestyles, and honestly, the results surprised even me. Most people get this calculation completely wrong because they're using the old 4% rule, which doesn't apply to dividend investing the same way. Stick around because I'm about to show you the exact dollar amounts you need and why your income will actually grow faster than inflation without you touching a single share. I'm breaking this down into 3 real-world scenarios. First, living comfortably in a low-cost state on about $3,500 a month. Second, a really comfortable lifestyle at $5,500 a month. And third, straight-up luxury retirement at $8,500 a month. For each one, I'll show you the minimum SCHD investment, the taxes you'd actually pay, and the cool part, how your income doubles or triples over the next decade while your principal sits untouched. Quick legal stuff. This is educational content, not financial advice. I'm not a licensed advisor. These are hypothetical scenarios based on current SCHD data. Your situation is unique, so do your own research and talk to a professional before making investment decisions. All right, let's get into it. Why SCHD is different. Here's why SCHD changes everything about retirement planning. The traditional 4% rule says you withdraw 4% of your portfolio each year, selling shares as you go. That works, but there's a catch. You're eating into your principal. With SCHD, you're living purely off dividends. No selling, ever. Your principal stays intact forever. Now, SCHD currently yields 3.63%, slightly lower than 4%. But here's the secret sauce. SCHD has increased its dividend every single year since 2011. We're talking an average growth rate of 12.8% annually. Think about that. Inflation runs about 3%. SCHD's dividend growth is 4 times higher. So while most retirees watch their purchasing power slowly erode, your income is actually growing way faster than your costs. In 10 years, your monthly income could double while your principal never drops a penny. That's not just retirement income. That's building wealth while retired. Your lifestyle improves every year instead of declining like traditional retirees. Plus, you pass the full amount to your kids. That's generational wealth. Scenario 1. Basic but comfortable in a low-cost state like Tennessee or Arkansas. You need $42,000 a year after taxes, which breaks down to $3,500 a month. What does this cover? A paid-off modest home or reasonable rent, 1 reliable car, full grocery budget, healthcare, utilities, internet, some entertainment money, and a buffer for surprises. It's not fancy, but you're comfortable and stress-free. Here's where it gets interesting. Qualified dividends, what SCHD pays, get taxed way lower than regular income. If you're single, the first $47,000 in dividends is taxed at 0%. 0. If you're married, it's $94,000 at 0%. So for $42,000 after tax, you only need $42,000 before tax because you're under the threshold. The math is simple. $42,000 divided by SCHD's 3.63% yield equals $1,160,000. That's your minimum. $1.16 million invested in SCHD generates $3,500 a month tax-free. But wait, it gets better. SCHD's dividend grows at 12.8% yearly. So your $3,500 becomes $4,000 next year, $4,500 the year after, and by year 5 you're pulling in $5,600 a month. By year 10, over $11,000 a month while inflation only pushed your real cost to maybe $4,700. You end up with a massive surplus. Reinvest it, give it away, upgrade your lifestyle, whatever you want. Scenario 2. Comfortable lifestyle in an average state like North Carolina or Texas. You want $66,000 a year or $5,500 monthly. What's this buy you? A nice home in a good neighborhood. 2 solid vehicles. Dining out twice a week. 1 or 2 real vacations per year. money for hobbies, premium healthcare, and you're never stressed about money. For taxes, you need about $71,000 pre-tax to net $66,000 after tax as a couple. $71,000 divided by 3.63% equals $1,960,000. $1.96 million in SCHD gives you $5,500 a month of genuine financial comfort. And again, dividend growth is your friend. That $5,500 becomes $14,000 a month by year 10, while inflation only pushes your needs to about $7,500. You've got an extra $6,500 a month to do whatever you want with. This is why SCHD is special. Most retirees slowly tighten their belts as inflation bites. You're loosening yours every year. Scenario 3. Full luxury. High-end home, luxury cars, international travel, concierge healthcare, the works. You want $102,000 a year, $8,500 monthly. You need about $107,000 pre-tax to cover the 15% tax on amounts over the 0% threshold. $107,000 divided by 3.63% equals $2,950,000. $2.95 million gives you $8,500 a month of pure luxury. Never think about money again. Just live. By year 10, that $8,500 grows to over $22,000 monthly. You can upgrade to even more luxury or be incredibly generous with family. 4 things that change these numbers. Pay attention because these matter. 1. Healthcare before 65. If you retire early, add $2,000 a month for insurance until Medicare kicks in. That's an extra $660,000 in your SCHD investment for 10 years of coverage. So our basic scenario jumps from $1.16 million to $1.82 million if you're retiring at 55. 2. State taxes. 9 states have 0 income tax. Florida, Texas, Tennessee, Nevada, Washington, Wyoming, Alaska, South Dakota, and New Hampshire. Live in one of those and you're golden. But California adds 9%, New York adds 7%. That could mean an extra $200,000 needed. 3. Inflation protection. This is the good news. SCHD's 12.8% dividend growth crushes 3% inflation by 4 times. Your $5,500 monthly starting income becomes $14,000 by year 10, while inflation only pushes your needs to $7,500. You end up with way more than you need, and it keeps growing. 4. Market crash protection. Traditional retirement advice worries about selling stocks during crashes. But with SCHD, you're not selling anything. During the 2020 crash, when stocks dropped 33%, SCHD's dividend increased. During 2022's bear market, dividend increased again. Price drops don't matter because you're living off dividends, not selling shares. The checks keep coming and keep growing no matter what the market does. All right, let's recap your 3 numbers. Basic single lifestyle. $1.16 million gets you $3,500 monthly with 0 taxes. Comfortable couple. $1.96 million gets you $5,500 monthly with real financial freedom. Luxury retirement. $2.95 million gets you $8,500 monthly with complete independence. Add more if you're retiring before Medicare. Add more if you live in a high-tax state. And remember, these income numbers likely double or triple over 10 to 15 years, while your principal never moves. Here's the beautiful part. You're not just maintaining your lifestyle. You're improving it every year while keeping your full investment intact to pass down. That's generational wealth, not just retirement. So, which scenario are you targeting? Basic, comfortable, or luxury? Drop a comment and let me know where you're at and where you want to be. I respond to everyone, and I'll give you specific feedback for your situation. Do you want to earn more money and gain knowledge? Join our exclusive community,